Pontins' motto once declared, "Everything you're wantins at Pontins." But now, following 80 years of business, not much is left of the once huge empire, raising many questions about the future of the resorts. Pontins Resort at Ainsdale near Southport in Merseyside was the latest to go, closing without notice earlier in the week. Owner Britannia Hotels, which bought the business in 2011, said the move came after assessing the future viability of the park, which was damaged in Storm Hank. However, the sudden closure has sparked claims about the rundown state of the park and other Pontins sites. Historian Catherine Ferry said Pontins, unlike rival Butlins, failed to move with the times. "The holidaymaker has shifted but they haven't kept up," she said. Britannia CEO Alex Langson yesterday refused to apologise to staff, who claim they have been paid off without notice. And according to the Mirror, it is a familiar story. Pontins sites in Prestatyn, North Wales, and Camber Sands, East Sussex, shut without warning last November. In its heyday, Pontins boasted over 30 parks. However, the firm lost customers, and its apostrophe, over the years, and now just 3 sites remain. One of them, Breen Sands in Somerset, is closed to holidaymakers and is being used to house construction workers for the nearby Hinkley Point C nuclear power plant. Leaving just Pontins Pakefield at Lowestoft, Suffolk, and Sand Bay at Weston-super-Mare, Somerset. The Mirror confronted Mr. Langsom at his 10-bedroom mansion in Cheshire this week. But when asked if he had anything to say to the workers who left in tears this week, he claimed, "It's nothing to do with me, I am nothing to do with Pontins." Since Pontins was founded in 1946 by Fred Bonton, many have enjoyed the cheap breaks, complete with Miss Pontin pageants and all-in wrestling contests. The first park opened on the site of a former U.S. Army base at Breen Sands, north of Burnham-on-Sea. Fred, who dropped out of school at 15, followed in the wake of Billy Butlin, who opened his first camp in 1936. Catherine, author of the book Holiday Camps, said, "They were camping plus. In the early days, that meant dining rooms and ballrooms. They weren't for the shy or retiring. A lot of people met their other halves at holiday camps. 2 former workers, Annabelle Nicholson and Michael Scotland, met at Pontins Southport as teenagers 11 years ago and have been together ever since. The former Bluecoats worked there from 2013 to 2016 and are set to marry later this year." Annabelle said, "Neither of us went to university, so it was like the uni experience. I was 18, fresh out of college, it was my first job. You go and live on site, it was a ball. I was in the show team singing and dancing and Michael was a compere and presenting. It was such a good time, it was a good affordable holiday for families who might not be able to travel abroad. Your shift might start at 8 a.m. and from the point you are walking around the park you've got to have a smile on your face, right up until you finished, which might not be until 11 p.m. Opening in 1970, holidaymakers were allured to Southport with a boating lake, horse riding, color TV, wrestling and slick cabaret acts. Entertainers who started out as Bluecoats include Shane Ritchie, Brian Conley, and Lee Mack. Southport-born Lee got his first comedy break at Pontins in Hemsby, Norfolk. He said, "I got very drunk. My mate said to me to just copy the other comedians and steal their jokes." Shane Ritchie started out as a teenager at Pontins on the Isle of Wight. He told The Big Issue, "I loved it. You did sketch shows, sang, danced, called bingo and had a great time." Fred Pontins died in 2000 aged 93. The business went into administration in 2011 and was snapped up by Britannia for a reported £20 million. Mr. Langsom claimed at the time, "We intend to build on those things that have appealed to generations of visitors: family entertainment, wholesale fun and exceptional value." However, one unhappy customer said of Pontins Southport, "Chernobyl is in a better condition." Another described one of the worst weekends ever, with stained sheets and curtains and a rotten balcony. Britannia, owner of famous hotels including Scarborough's Grand and Liverpool's Adelphi, has been named the UK's worst hotel chain by Consumer Group, which, for the 11th year running. That did not prevent the group making £33 million profit in the year to March 2022. It has enjoyed lucrative contracts to house asylum seekers at some of its 60 sites across the UK. Plans to house asylum seekers at Southport were rejected in February last year. Emmy Phillips, owner of Rave Kids, which ran family events at Southport Pontins, said, "Pontins is a bit of an institution. Without Pontins, a lot of families won't get a holiday this year."
To